On Pacers game day, it's not just the players who show up, it's the city too. Together we create moments, we create memories that become tradition. Together we create the six-man march. Born in Indiana, powered by Pacers fans, it is specifically made for us. It's about how we bring the energy alive into Gainbridge Fieldhouse, before tip-off even starts. Today, our group is going to talk about the six-man march, so let's see what we have.
Working?
No.
Just hit the arrow.
Here in Indiana, basketball has always been more than a game. It's a tradition, passed down in driveways, in gyms, and in memories. But before Pacers tip-off, that tradition is missing from the streets. The Sixth Man March changes that. It's a new ritual, one that brings fans together before the game begins. A shared heartbeat, a moment that connects generations. Because traditions don't just happen, we create them together.
Let me take you back. When I was younger, my dad put a basketball in my hands long before I knew the rules of the game. He taught me how to shoot in our driveway, how to dribble, how to play defense, but most importantly, he taught me how to love the game. Not for the scores or the stats or the wins, but because of how it made us feel. Connected, alive, together. Even though he's no longer here, every time I step into Gainbridge Fieldhouse, I still feel him with me. Right now, that's because that's what tradition does. It keeps those we love close, through moments, through memory, through meaning. Right now, that feeling is missing outside of Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Instead of fans gathering together, they're scattered. They're tucked into bars all along Georgia Street. We saw this in our second observation on April 10th when the Pacers were playing the Cavaliers. Bars were packed wall to wall 45 minutes before tip-off. But outside, just scattered fans on empty sidewalks. Fans are walking, they're just not walking together. At 30 minutes before tip-off, the arena entrances were still wide open with hardly any lines. It's not that fans don't care, it's that we haven't given them a reason to come together earlier. Without a tradition to push people forward, they naturally drift apart. We heard this in our interviews too. Anna tells us, college games offer a sense of tradition that pro games lack. There's just so much more culture and tradition. And Jeff also expressed his desire for unique traditions that elevate the game day atmosphere. He says, "I wish we had traditions that were embedded into our culture, that the ones that make it hard to play in Indiana." You see this everywhere, not just in sports. Think about running. Every day, you see people jogging and running around neighborhoods or around downtown alone. But when you organize a run club or a 5K, suddenly everything changes. People show up early, they invite their friends, they stay late, but most importantly, they feel like they belong to something bigger than themselves. We have the research to back this up. A 2022 study from the Journal of Marketing explains how shared rituals during live events create what's called collective effervescence. This is an emotional energy that brings fans together and creates memorable atmospheres and stronger loyalty that lasts long after the event ends. And a dissertation from UMass Amherst also shared that soccer supporter groups, they boost fan identity by creating places of prolonged identity salience. And what that is it's when fans gather together, instead of feeling like their own identity, they feel like they belong to something bigger as well. So in other words, shared traditions don't just build memories, they build connections. And that's the missing piece before the Pacers tip off. That led us to ask, how might we transform the journey to the arena into a tradition fans look forward to as much as the game itself? We do it through the Sixth Man March. And I'm going to pass it off to Matt, and he's going to explain just how we're going to do it. My bad.
And so picture this. You're at Kilroy's before the game. You're just having a drink with your friends, laughing, having a good time. And then all of a sudden you hear a familiar sound. It's like a buzz from the buzz that you hear at your high school gym. And then you look outside and you see a big countdown clock with 45 minutes till tip-off. And there's fans walking. It's like a family, and it's not just a walk. It's like a shared ritual. And then this is where the Pacers hype crew can come into play. So what we're going to have is the Pacers hype crew is going to be centered right on Georgia Street and Meridian Street, that intersection, because Georgia Street, it was kind of made for the Super Bowl, but it's not used for much anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to use it for our walk. And so we have all the bars on Meridian Street. We have Brothers, you have Park and Rec, you have the District Tap, you have Kilroy's, the St. Shack, all those bars. And so we're going to start at point A, as you guys can see on the map. And we're going to have drums, we're going to have rally towels and flags also along the walk for fans to use. And then here we're going to be synced in with in-game operations. And so as soon as fans get to the Gainbridge Fieldhouse and they're in, once they're in their seat, there's a 20-minute countdown to where it's just like, it brings that really big playoff feel to the arena. And then here you can see 20 minutes on the clock, and that's where we want fans in their seats ready to go. And then it also gives them the opportunity to get points to the Pacers Perks program, and then also do some of the programs that they have set up through the app pregame. And then this is just some of the potential branded activations we could use. So Hype Crew is already the Pacers use it to get fans hyped here, so why not get fans hyped outside of the arena too and get them ready to come to the game together and make it feel like a family. And then we also have a Corvette, because at the Indy 500 they use a Corvette to lead as a pace car. And so the Pacers, we found, have a connection with Chevrolet and Plainfield, so maybe we can use that to our advantage and get a Pacers themed Corvette to lead during playoff games or something like that as a pace car. And then Brothers Bar and Grill already does like a pregame thing for the playoffs, so why not bring that into every game? They have Boomer going now. They have the Pacemates going their pregame. So why not use that, now or before every game, and have them also participate in the march too to get fans more engaged.
So the march will roll out in stages. Stage 1 is the organic launch. This is when the street team stirs up all the excitement all along Georgia Street. They pass out the rally towels, the flags. Their job is to get everyone hyped up before the game. After a couple of marches, we move into stage 2, which is amplification. This is where your PR team strategically shares photos and videos from the march. Barstool Indy picks it up, local news picks it up. Eventually, you're showing highlights of the march on the Jumbotron during a game. You want to make people plan their day around the march and not just the game itself. The march will grow naturally. And then finally, we're in stage 3, which is full out. You get Boomer, the Pacemates, and the drumline to lead key games. And eventually, we get the pace car, and we turn Georgia Street into a parade route. Every phase fuels the next, because traditions, real traditions, are built over time. Without the march, the bars stay packed, the streets stay quiet, and the arena feels late. But with the march, we create something that lasts, like a kid shooting hoops in the driveway, like walking into Gainbridge Fieldhouse together.
We connect strangers.
What?
We connect strangers.
We connect strangers. Thank you. We connect strangers. We rally neighborhoods. We turn fans into family. We make Pacers basketball not just something you watch, but something you belong to. Because here in Indiana, basketball isn't just a sport. It's a language, a heartbeat, a legacy. So for every person who taught us how to love the game, for every kid shooting hoops in the driveway, for every father, daughter, stranger, and friend brought together by this game, let's give them something to carry forward. Let's give them a tradition to carry through generations. Let's start the 6th Man March.